Hey, have you ever come online and then like 3 hours later thought, what the heck? Where was I? What was I doing? This is the thing sometimes as business owners, right? Social media can be entertaining and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I go on TikTok because I'm just like, apart from research, I see something that is interesting and I'm like, oh my goodness. And that's the thing about sometimes being self-employed or running your own business when you don't have a system in place to help you to track your activities. What I found is sometimes you need software that helps you and reminds you you've been on here too long. Yes, even as grown folks, sometimes we need a bit of control because otherwise it's like 5 hours wasted when you could be doing an event and make six figures at an event. Oh yes, I adopted a coach recently who's just blowing me away. The ideas that she talks about, I'm like, okay, I gotta up my game up in here. So anyhow, listen, one of the things I found is distractions are easy for all of us. And this is what we all need to remember. Why am I doing this? It's worth asking, is this helping me move closer to my goals, or is this a distraction? Because distractions will come left, right, and center. You turn to the left, you turn to the right, you look up, you look down. There's always some distraction. And as a coach, one of the things I like to do, even for myself, coaching myself, is to remind myself, is this helping me accomplish my goals? Because having a goal, there's a spiritual principle. Where there is no vision, the people perish. When you don't have any clear idea of where you can go, where it's possible to go, because sometimes we count ourselves out, and yet it's possible for you to go in a certain direction. But if you count yourself out and think, oh, other people can go there, oh, people with this accent, people with this look, people with this amount of money, it's you disqualifying yourself. But God hasn't disqualified you. Yes, you may not even be a religious person, but listen, you can disqualify yourself even if an opportunity is there for you. So how do we manage distractions? Decide. I think there's a speaker that talks about this, and I had to realize this on my own journey. You have to create a compelling future, a compelling image of where you want to go, and believe and see yourself in that image. This is what helps us from distractions, unnecessary distractions. Sometimes distractions come because life is life, but how do you get yourself back on track, right? Somebody said to me many years ago, you have a gift of getting back to what we were talking about. And I thought everybody knows that. If we're talking about this and we wander off somewhere else, we have to get back to what we were talking about. Yes, because it's easy to go down a rabbit hole talking absolute nonsense and it's got nothing to do with anything. So staying focused is not just a mental thing, it's intentionality. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. Because I want to talk about business owners who feel overwhelmed watching other people. You see them on Instagram, you see them on TikTok, you see others, right? On YouTube, on different social media platforms, and feel like, oh my goodness, they're so far ahead of me. That is not healthy for you because you're starting now. And you cannot allow where somebody else is to stop you. Think about it that way. It doesn't even make sense, right? Where you are is where you are. And I think there's a Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So wherever you are, it is time perhaps to redefine where do you actually want to be? What do you see as possible for you? Do you even have the conviction? That's another thing. My coach was talking about that. Do you have the conviction? I'm paraphrasing, that it's possible for you to get your business to a whole new level, to get your business in a completely new direction? Or do you self-sabotage because unconsciously you don't even think that's possible for you? Because here's the thing. When you decide, which is what I normally ask all my coaching clients, where do you actually want to be? And I like to take a bit of time with that because it's worth thinking about it. Many of us, all of us, are being conditioned to think and to see ourselves a certain way because of the work culture, academic background, or family background, or religious background. That's a huge topic all by itself. So that conditioning, we all have to remember you have to unlearn the conditioning. When you unlearn the conditioning, you start to give yourself permission and freedom to build your life by design, intentionally, without asking anybody for permission, right? I mean, if you've been working, you've been investing, You've put your energy into the workplace. You've been learning people's skills. You've been learning your skill set. There comes a time where you have to give yourself permission to build your life by design, on purpose, intentionally. Like, I'm not going to be doing things the way I've been doing it. I want more time for me, because some of us, you know, you're healing from some traumas, right? So you need to give yourself time to heal so that you can be learning differently. Because did you know, by the way, the state in which you are learning is so important. Jim Quick, one of the brain specialists and experts, talks about this. Some of the things that most of us learned we don't even remember is because when you were going to school, maybe family issues were going on. I know in my own case. I remember when because I have a healthcare background. I remember just, in my first years, I was not engaging at all. And the lecturers would be going at me like, what's happening? We know you're smart, but what's happening with your grades? Because I was like, replaying some issues and just, as you do when you're on your own journey. But then I had an awakening. I realized I don't want to go back to that. That always drives me most times. When I realize I don't want to go back to that, I engage fully. You can't get me out. I'm focused. This is direction I'm going. I get like a Navy SEAL mindset. I don't even understand what that is, but I watch the Navy SEAL movies and shows, so it's like being intentional, right? Getting aggressive with momentum, not with other people, getting aggressive with my ability to execute. Yes? So you have to think, where do I want to be? Is that even possible? Or, watch this, be careful. You may be hearing all this and that about the economy, right? You may be hearing about other businesses closing down. And you have to watch yourself that you don't get into those discussions like justify. Pay attention. Do not justify where your business is because of the economy. Of course, there are other things at play here. Sometimes you're in the wrong business and it is what it is. You may need to pivot. You may need to switch. You may need to shut that thing down. You may need to sell it to somebody, or you may need to get a consultant that you have to pay high fees to turn that thing around. Yes? This is coaching here. But you have to decide, where do I actually want to be? And I was thinking about this earlier, even this morning, speaking to business owners, some of you who want to work with me. One of the things I've also learned on my own journey is you have to have the wisdom to start troubleshooting problems before they occur. That is wisdom. Don't wait until things are bad. Troubleshoot before that problem gets any worse. Before you lose all your money on that marketing campaign that's actually not working. Because sometimes you hire the wrong person to work in your company to help you. Because their credentials, their track record looks okay, and that's good. But sometimes it's just not the right person for you. They may understand what you're trying to accomplish. Yes? Even experts fail sometimes. Experts don't always win. You'll be interested to know. So don't just hire anyone. I mean, I remember one of my coaching clients, she wanted to switch gears, wanted to change careers, and she worked with this expert. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yes? But it wasn't working for her. It actually wasn't working. And this was my observation, that expert wasn't the right coach or mentor to my client. Yes? They were not the right one. So you have to understand, who can I work with? Who will understand me and what I'm trying to accomplish? Yes? So that's important. Troubleshoot problems before they get any worse. And if you spent a lot of money, you feel like you've lost a lot of money, that's okay. Be encouraged. This business, it is what it is. Sometimes you lose money. Sometimes you lose clients. It is what it is. This is about becoming resilient, by the way. And that's something that I talk about in my coaching program. Becoming resilient will keep you for many, many years in business. And it will sustain your own life. Being resilient, working out, is this a battle I need to get involved in? Yes, like online, risk management, reputation management. Do you want to be firing back your clients when they insult you, they're being rude about your brand? Do you want to be spending your energy on that? Probably not. A wise person is like, let them say what they're saying. Unless there is something to it that needs to be sorted out, yes, by all means. But if there's no basis to it, there's a way to sort that out without getting entangled. Because sometimes other people, your potential clients are watching how you are showing up to other clients, yes? So it is wise for you to, like, you know what? I'm not playing with the chickens today. I'm not barking back. I ain't no dog. You have to decide that, right? So, your personal brand is something I've been talking about. As a business owner, you have to start building your personal brand. People want to know you, people want to see you. Some of you are still resisting that, and I can understand. One of the reasons sometimes we don't accomplish the goals we want, I learned this on my own journey, and sometimes I catch myself, is you have internal resistance to the right solution for you. Yes? You may have internal resistance to the right solution for you. So even now you're watching this video, right? You're watching this clip and you're like, okay, she seems to be making sense. You've probably been waiting for somebody like me for many years and didn't even realize, or weeks or months, and I show up. And now you have to debate, okay, what do I do? That feeling you're getting, just jump right in. Jump right in, because even for me on my own journey, I've been in the online space for a while. The words won't come out. And I've started to observe what are the patterns, what works, what doesn't work. The strong brands that I see still running now, especially personal brands, they're in it for the long game. They're not like overnight wonders. They're not just like trying to grab a few clients and run off into the sunset. I don't know what that means, but anyway. You decide, I'm in this for the long game. But of course, you want to be winning every week, right? You want to be seeing some results. Otherwise, it's just like, is this even worth it? So before you spend too much money on that next marketing campaign, reconsider. Yes, reconsider. One of the things I can do for you, and this is just for this week, by the way, I have a few limited spaces. I'm going to look at your marketing, right? What you're doing right now. I want to look at your social media presence. I want to look at your accounts. I want to look at the engagement. Are you getting a lot of conversations on all your posts? A really big deal. Yes? Especially when particularly certain brands, you really need to get a lot of engagement on your social media accounts. So that's one of the things I'll look at. Is just a quick scan. I'll look at that. I'll look at your website. I'll use some software to look at how much traffic is coming to your website, because without traffic, there will be no conversions. Yes? No conversions, no sales. Then you're just in this merry-go-round, this survival budget, this struggle bus budget. This just like, at least I'm in business. I was listening to a business owner the other day, and she said how she's grateful for the business she has, but she wasn't getting any sense of fulfillment in it. She was feeling so like bored and fed up, and she wasn't sure what to do. And then the right coach showed up. So there's a lot of space for us coaches. Yes? So I will look at what you do, what your interaction is like, and then we'll look at your numbers. We can talk about that. So just for this week, I've got a special offer just for you that has been thinking, I need to do something differently. This is not working, because all of us, it just makes sense. When something is not working, what's the better way to do it, right? What's a different way I can do this? And there's so many options. And that's what I love about the online marketing space. Maybe some of you have not even considered some things that I'll show you. When you sign up for my coaching, I have a special offer for you. We can work together for 3 months, for 6 months, or just short events for 6 weeks. Not too long, by the way. If you decide to work with me for 6 months, I'll show you an offer that I think we may need to work together for about 6 months. That would mean we're tracking everything like any troubleshooting every 2 weeks, not every week. Yes? Okay, so please have a look at that, and I want to see you on the next video. I'm also going to do a live stream later tonight about 7:30 to 8 o'clock, so you'll actually hear me live. And if you have any questions, you can come and ask the questions on there. So I'm looking to build a community to grow. Those of us who are business minded, those of us who want to make a difference in the world, those of us who are thinking legacy, those of us who want to have an impact. It's about time. Yes, we've gone through different challenges, and it's like it is our time. We have put up with a lot, we have survived a lot of things in our personal and professional and business lives. Some of us, this is the time. This is a year you go big, and it's already April. You'll be amazed at how quickly time goes. But I have this special offer for you, it's going to blow you away. Been learning from my coach. I'm actually on a challenge myself right now with other business owners. My coach is just, woo, just like, what? That exists? You know, it's happening right now in the marketplace. Yes. So, okay, I'll see you on the next video and on the live stream, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I want you to come around then. I'll be doing some, talking about a little bit of what I do, and then we get right into it. By 8 o'clock, we get right into it. So don't miss it. See you later.